Howdy. Good morning. Oh no, sorry. It's still morning out here. Still morning here in the Pacific Northwest. Guess what? It's not raining. I'm not sure for how long, but right now we've got overcast with no rain. So that's positive. That's a good sign. Bug and I went out for a walk. It was lovely. The air was vibrant and a little brisk. It's Tuesday, and let's see. We just had that new moon in Scorpio yesterday, so that energy is pretty on fire right now. Deep energy. Every time I start a video, Bug circles around me. I don't know why. I don't know if he wonders who I'm talking to. Do you think I'm talking to you? This has been going on now for a while. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing pretty good. I hope everybody's doing the work. One of the things that I'm really present to today is to just clear your head of all the thoughts that can interfere with your ability to make thoughtful, sound judgments on what's happening in your current reality. So you could have pretty active dreams right now. You could be receiving messages in your dream state. You could be coming into more clarity related to your intuition. Here's the thing. Just trust the process and do the work on yourself. I am really clear that if you're not doing the work on addressing the shit that is in your space, you're going to keep repeating the same things over and over again. It's like nonsense. It's such a waste of time. And if you're not able to see what needs to be healed or identified, then start with maybe seeking out some assistance in addressing what those challenges might be. Start walking. Walking is really good for clearing your head and listening and developing the muscle to trust what is actually coming into the psyche when you're actually breathing and moving. That's a huge piece. Breath work and movement. That will definitely be a surefire way to really help you see some things that you might be being blocked by other energies in the mix. So right now we have just been ordered to do another 4 weeks of lockdown, stay at home, limit your connections with the outside world. This is a perfect opportunity for you to just really go inside. If you haven't already lost your mind from being in your house for the last 9 months, this could be a really good opportunity to really do the work on yourself. Go for walks, clear your head, create some purity. I've decided, no putting things into your system, like wine, no having a glass of wine, to just really purging all of the things out of the realm that might have any impact on you being present, about you being clear. So this is all about creating purity in your space, in your mind, so you can hear what your intuition is saying. What is it that you should be focusing your energy on? How should you be being present in your life? Learning that skill is going to be an imperative piece of navigating as you're going forward in the journey. Because life as you know it is about to change. Things are going to change. Things are going to start shifting and changing in ways that you right now might not see possible. So knowing that you're on this precipice of some massive transformation, how do you want to be when in the face of that? Do you want to be balanced, calm, present? Or do you want to feel chaotic and stressed and agitated? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what kind of energy do you want to embody? in the face of a major life transformation, because that's what we're all going through. The world as we know it is transforming and changing. How do you want to be in that experience? You get to choose. You get to choose, and you get to decide how you're going to show up in that. So I hope you're doing the work. So let's see where we go with this. Let's see what Spirit has to say for today. I've been doing these daily readings, and although I'm channeling energy on today, this reading might be applicable to something that happens next week. Timing is fluid. So all the readings that I've done up until this point have been done on a particular day, and I'm channeling on that particular day. But that energy, that experience, you can, I go back and I watch these videos, and that energy that I might have channeled on that one day can be applicable to what I'm experiencing in the now. It's just about how energy is manifesting and transmuting. So, yesterday I did something on how energy does transmute, how you might be experiencing something, and that by doing some work on healing parts of yourself, things are going to transmute into something completely new. So how are you able to take what is in this current existence and transmute it into something more, not in a grander expression of who you are, so that you are continuing to be on the path and live your mission? Okay, so why are you sitting right there? Why there, Bubba? You want me to hold you? All right, you guys, let's see where we go with this. I'm going to use channel some wisdom with the Colette Baron Reed. Go the distance. Yeah. Exchanging gifts. I wonder why that keeps showing up. Treasure Island. Okay, there's something about if you continue to keep going, keep doing the work, keep just eye on the prize, people. Eye on the prize. Okay? Just keep focused. Know what it is. If you know what it is that you're manifesting on a deep level, that gift is gonna come to fruition. It's gonna be a treasure chest of gifts. If you just keep going forward and keep your eye on the prize, that what is gonna happen is this massive, abundant opportunity of treasure, okay? However you want to identify that. I talked about what does abundance mean a few videos ago, and that it doesn't necessarily have to look like the same materialism that we have historically given value to what abundance means. Abundance is happiness. For me, abundance is being really healthy and eating food that is really good for me and that nourishes me, and having a comfortable place to sleep and shoes that are comfortable. That is abundance to me. Having my dog who absolutely loves me and who I absolutely love back. Having friendships that are powerful and respectful and that, pull me into the greatest versions of myself. Friendships, relationships, partnerships, all of those things. And in that regard, how that would be abundant for me would be that it is pulling for me. It's pulling for the greatest versions of my self to come forward. That these relationships reflect the value that I contribute to the greater good. And that abundance can look like very basic things. Very simple, beautiful things. Okay? So continuing to go forward, manifesting the life that you are creating for yourself will continue to bring you the gift of abundance. And you get to define what that actually means. But continuing to go forward and keeping your eye on the prize is I think, the most important message here. And to not get bogged down by it not working out in the timeline that you have wanted it to. Not knowing, how am I trying to say this? You may have thought that things would look different than they look now. That doesn't mean that what you're manifesting isn't coming to fruition. It just may be happening in a way that you aren't necessarily you haven't developed yourself into being able to see it in that particular regard. So this is all about continuing to manifest and trust and allow and be present and not having attachments to outcomes. So you may have thought, well, I should be somewhere that I'm not right now. I should be further along. I should, or this or that. You are where you're at. You're doing what you're doing. You're waiting for things to manifest. You are manifesting while you're in this here and now space, okay? You are manifesting. You are going the distance. And as a result, what's possible is massive, is a gift that you can't even fathom, okay? So let's see, what messages do we have from Tarot? Six of Swords, yeah. Going the distance here, calmly, continuing to stay in a space of calm. Page of Swords. Receiving information, Temperance. Wow, that's pretty. Judgment. Let's see, let me pull all these cards out. Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups. What the hello? Ooh, Ten of Swords. What the fuck? High Priestess. Three of Wands. Okay, that was meant to come out. Knight of Wands. Empress. Four of Cups. Tower. One more. Ten of Wands. Eight of Swords. Whew. Let's get one more card here. All right, Chariot. All right. Okay. All right. You're moving. Let's clarify. What is this Ten of Swords here for? Clarify the Ten of Swords. All right. Okay. You've been stuck in a holding pattern. You have, and that you've been trying to be balanced and stable within this upheaval. And it has caused some pretty intense stress. You could have been, however that is. We're all stuck right now. We're all in this energy of upheaval. Stuck upheaval, okay? None of us knows what's going to happen. I mean, we might. I can trust that good things are on the horizon. I'm going the distance. I'm manifesting what's my truth, what is my destiny. I see what I'm looking out into the world to see what are my options. Which direction do I want to go in? Because I have options. The options are endless, okay? There are endless possibilities here. Things are coming together. You're going to receive some communication about things coming together. Okay, however that might look, there's some healing energy here with the Six of Swords. I like the Temperance with the Six of Swords because the Six of Swords is about moving into a calmer place. It's about going the distance. It's about leading moving into a space that is healed. With the temperance energy here, this is all about healing and alchemy. Temperance is alchemy, which is this energy that I have been really embodying and wanting to share that embodiment with others by, showing how we can alchemically bring things together that make sense and are in alignment with our greater good. So what needs to come together within you so that what's coming together internally reflects what's happening externally. I did this reading yesterday on this particular energy. So there's a theme. This theme has been coming up a lot lately, that when we don't know what's going to happen, when we continue to do the work and trust that we are on the right path and that we are manifesting abundance, how do we then stay grounded and trusting? Well, we continue to do the work on ourselves. We heal the things about ourselves that have been low vibration bullshit, that have not contributed to our own best interest, okay? We get caught up in earthly emotions. We get caught up in egoic behaviors. And that stuck upheaval, stuck in the mud of our own baggage, muddling through it, is coming to a completion. Okay, we're moving forward. So Empress, 4 of Cups, Tower, 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords. This shit, you're standing in stability and balance amongst stuck baggage, upheaval, and stress, okay? Empress, 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is stuck, stagnant, stubborn energy. But the Tower is here blowing that shit up to smithereens. The 10 of Wands is all about unnecessary baggage and burdens that have stressed you the F out with the 8 of Swords there. But the good news is, here's the good news. You're moving forward. Chariot, 8 of Coins. You're moving into you're continuing to build, to do the work, to build the infrastructure, to create the infrastructure of your life, okay? So the day has come, the reckoning, the judgment day is upon us, okay? This is it. This is judgment day. Every day is judgment day. Every day is the day that we are at the present. Every day is the day that we show up to be in our life. You should be doing that every day. You should intentionally create the day, every day that you show up and you live your life, okay? There might be days when you feel lethargic and exhausted and taken down and beaten down, and you might want to not show up, and you might want to sleep all day, and you might want to hide from whoever's calling. You might not want to return calls. You might not want to reach out to people. That's enough of that shit. Show up, do the work, and contribute to your life, okay? All the hiding in the world isn't going to make it go away, okay? That's, at the end of the day, the message here, that no matter how much you try to escape your reality isn't going to go away unless you stop living, which is, that's one way out. That's one way to escape reality. But in essence, whatever lessons you are being confronted with, if you don't confront them now, they're going to show up in the next life. So you got everything you need in your toolkit to actually confront and face whatever fears and parts of yourself that might feel so incredibly difficult to face. Okay, so you're at the end of the cycle. You're at the end here. There's something new there's light moving forward. You might not see it yet. There is some offer coming forward You're going to get what you want. There's some offer that's coming forward, maybe that didn't come to fruition, and now it's going to be represented to yourself. Yes, is that how I'm trying to describe this? Something is coming back around, and you're going to get what you want. And you just continue to be in this space of love. Just continue to stand in your space of love. Continue to do the healing work on your heart-centered chakra. Okay? Because there is endings. There's something that's done with. There's a cycle that is done with, and you know it. You know it. How things have gone, maybe up until this point, got you to where you're at, and now something new needs to be cultivated. Whatever cycles you've been in, they're done with. There's new cycles here. There's something ending so that something new can be developed. And, there might be some sadness and disappointment about that. There might be some forgiveness that needs to be... There's something that needs to be healed. Yes, and you know this. There are things that maybe didn't work out the way you thought. Maybe you thought that things were going to go in a particular direction and they didn't go in that direction. And now you're reeling from that. And Spirit is saying that you have to forgive yourself. You have to allow yourself to heal and trust that there's something that's coming across your path that you don't necessarily see right now because you need to continue to do the healing work on yourself. And you know this, High Priestess. The High Priestess is all-knowing, and she's not doing any talking. So I think you're afraid that your intuition, you're not only trusting and hopeful of your intuition, you're also afraid of it. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of the all-knowing trusting of yourself. There might be something scary about that. Like you might know there's something intuitively going off that you might not want to face right now. And it's a necessary piece in order to continue to keep building the infrastructure of your life. So, Three of Wands here in the outcome. So you're looking at what your options are, and I think you're moving from, there's some energy that's moving through that has been reckless, and you're seeing that now. And you're continuing to do the work. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on this, in this process for a long time now. This isn't just like a new thing. You're not just like, oh shit, oh man, I got to do some work on myself. No, this has been going on for years. You have been working on yourself for years. This isn't a new phenomenon. What is new is the experience of really trusting your own intuition, and how you do that is to create this space of quieting your mind, quieting your environment, allowing for healing to be cultivated in your internal space. And that might mean being really responsible for who and what you let into that space. Okay? And trusting that what you're doing is the right thing. Continuing to remind yourself, you know. When I do stuff like, I was in an accident and I had injuries, and I have been rehabbing those injuries since that accident 25 years ago. And through a series of a lot of conversations with a lot of doctors, I have continued to advocate for myself because I have continued to trust what my body has said to me, even though multiple people have told me to accept it. There's nothing they can do about it, that I just have to learn how to live with it. That's bullshit. I have continued to learn how to navigate it. I have continued to learn how to advocate for myself and trust that what my body is saying is not something I have to live with. What I have to live with is the reality that other people think they know more about how my body is, how my mind operates. There's this reality of living here in this country, and I don't know about other countries because I don't live in another country, but there's a reality about how medicine and medical treatment operates in the US, which is the doctor tells you what's wrong with you versus you saying, here's what's going on with me, here's what I think. I'm not a doctor, but my body tells me this. Okay? So I have continued to work through that. And one of the things that I continually tell myself when I get stopped is that I picture how I see my body transforming. And I say, everything that you have advocated for has been right. Every thought that you have had about pushing forward and continuing to advocate for yourself has been pretty accurate. So when I get stuck in a space, I continue to remind myself to trust myself. Even if in that moment, I can't see it, but I remind myself to keep trusting myself, because then I keep living in the space of trusting that what is actually coming through in my intuition about my body is accurate, and that I can keep continuing to do the healing work that's going to be necessary for me to achieve the goals that I have outlined for where I think my health can go. My goal is to run a marathon. My goal is to ski. My goal is to learn how to do different dances and, take all the things that I have been told that I can't do to the next level. Because I know I can do those things. My body tells me I can do those things. I'm trusting what is internally being given to my messaging. My central nervous system and my brain are communicating. There's something alchemically happening that I can continue to trust myself and believing is going to manifest, okay? This is all about trusting your internal wisdom. Even when you don't think at times, you might be like, is this right? Yes. Keep trusting yourself. Keep trusting your intuition and continuing to keep creating the space of healing. Okay? Because you're continuing to be the architect of your life. You're continuing to manifest abundance by continuing to do this work. Okay? Okay. I hope this reading resonated. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Oh, look, it's now dumping buckets. I spoke too soon. 25 minutes later, and we are now in a rainstorm. All right, you guys. I think this is good. This is the stopping point for today. All right. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys soon.